What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Tochi. Welcome back to the channel if you guys are new. One thing that I wanted to talk about today in today's vlog was how to think like someone who never quits. And one story that I was thinking about was back in my time when I was a medical student. And when you get into your third year of medical school, you transition from being in the classroom setting, doing everything by the book and taking tests and written exams and OSCEs and like oral exams. But when you transition from that second year to third year of med school, you more so do things that are more practical, how you're actually going to be practicing in your practice. And one of the things that you're taught during med school, but you don't really have like a good point of reference and a good consistent nature to it is how to present a patient, how to think through medical problems, how to present medical problems, and how to critically think through those problems with all the different confounding factors that may blur the picture with what's going on with your patients. So one of the things that comes with that is that with a patient being so complex, you think that you oftentimes overthink your problems and your presentations. And one of the things that I really struggled with was how to properly present a patient and not overthink and cause myself to, often fail in my presentations. And when you move into the hospital setting, you don't really have, or at least for me, I didn't really have like a person that gave me like a good point of reference of how to actually present a patient in the manner and in the style that fit with that hospital setting. So I was going into a lot of different presentations in my first week, in my second week, in my third week, failing in those presentations and not having a really good presentation. And what I did is that instead of feeling down on myself and feeling bad about myself and feeling sorry for myself, what I did, and it's one of the greatest pieces of advice that I got during my time in med school, is to utilize feedback to your advantage and use that as a stepping stone to your success. And what I did is that before I actually took this advice, I would wait until the end of my time with an attending or a senior doctor and take their advice and hear their advice. But when they would give me that advice, they would be off the team and I would have a whole new supervising doctor there that has a fresh slate with me, but was not there to see me go through those struggles. So they don't really have feedback for me when they're starting off fresh. So what I did instead is that instead of waiting to the end to get that feedback, I would be more preemptive and be a lot more, forward thinking and say, okay, I've been with this person for about half the time that I'm supposed to be with them. Let me go to them and see how I'm doing so I have a point of reference to actually use that feedback to actually apply to myself and see if I can apply that feedback to see what they think of me after, getting that feedback. And that is like a really, really great method to actually show how you can adapt and improve when you get feedback, because oftentimes if you're not asking for feedback, thankfully it's kind of built into the program that I went into, that feedback was automatically given at the end of your time with someone. But a lot of the other hospitals that I went to, feedback isn't oftentimes given, so you don't know if you're doing well, if you're doing bad. You just keep on moving and trucking along. And when you get into your residency years and you're presenting, they're like, why haven't you gotten like this training on how to properly present? So I thank my hospital for, putting me through that process. So what I did is that I took that feedback and said, okay, let me get feedback at the halfway point. If I was with them for 7 days, I'll get it from them from the 3 or 4 day mark, and then apply that feedback and see how I'm doing. And this is something that I found to be very moving for me, not only for me, but also my senioring doctors or my supervisors. And in my evaluations, I would get a lot of feedback saying, Tochi is very forward thinking and always comes and seeks feedback, is always willing to get feedback. And the reason why that is so good is because when you're not seeking feedback, when you're just, doing things as you may, a lot of people will find you to be, proud or prideful. And especially if you don't take feedback well and you show that you don't take feedback well, then oftentimes people are not going to want to help you through the times that you are struggling. And, there's always word of mouth, and that oftentimes gets passed on to other people that have never worked with you. So when they do start working with you, they already have that preconceived notion about you. And that's really going to set you on the wrong footing. So one of the things that I really want to share with you guys is that To never quit, you really need to take feedback and use that feedback as a stepping stone to your success. And if you are not taking that feedback, if you get feedback that's negative and you automatically quit, that's really the wrong way to be thinking about how you should be progressing in whatever aspect in life that you're in. So I really wanted to share that message with y'all on how to actually think like someone who's not a quitter. And that's something that I feel like has really helped me in my career in medicine. And it's something that I feel like can really help you as well in whatever aspect in life that you are thinking about going into. So if you reach this end of the video, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear, how do you guys avoid thinking like a quitter? What kind of methods do you use in your life? And the special word of the video today will be clicker. So go in the comment section down below, type clicker, and I'll respond to your comments. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Peace. Have a nice day.